Mic's muted. Love when you start a video that way. But the Regen missile now works. I'm going to show it off here. Now, I'm still not sure if the ore is generating correctly, because I'm only getting vanilla ores right now, but I don't think that's being caused by the Regen missile. It seems that's actually being caused by something else. I think I know exactly what is breaking it. It may be the Sky Island mod I have installed. But show this off real quick. It's a little laggy because the way I've implemented it, I have made no attempt to reduce the latency of it. Because right now there's no way to fake multi-thread generate chunk data outside of the world. So I can generate the chunk itself, but if I want to do biomes, if I want to do oil, I want to do any modded stuff, it has to be done inside the world, which is crap. Because this means I cannot optimize it whatsoever. It will just always cause issues. It means the local explosive probably will never be able to generate ore generator settings, which is fine, because that one only generates blocks, which is acceptable. But I can shoot anything with this. It'll regenerate exactly how it first generated. So watch, we get the entire town blows up, which is gone. It takes its sweet old time to just sit here and tear the town apart. That's that threaded code not running as fast as I would like it to run. It's not because of my computer running slow, it's just how it's programmed. But it generates it perfectly. I mean, we're talking modded stuff, like it did the oil, it does the tanker smeltery, the buildings, everything that would normally generate in the world inside of a chunk is now generating with this explosive. Perfectly. I'm actually impressed. I was expecting to have some issues. And I spoke too soon. I actually am tempted to say this is just Minecraft being Minecraft right there. That's not even just the explosive breaking. Because if I shoot this again, it'll perfectly generate probably. I know Minecraft's world generators like to break every so often. We're going to see what happens here in a second. Yeah, see there, it regenerated. Didn't do these buildings over here. I'm curious if there's something a little odd going on with my range checks. Probably is. Shoot that again and walk away, I guess. I don't have any taint biomes to show off like I did in my last video. Make sure the sun stops moving because it's annoying to record videos. But let's see what else we can find to shoot with this. So let's test the Botania support. There's our Botania flowers down there. We can see it wiped out all the grass. It should repopulate the grass here in a second, and probably even spawn some animals. Well, repopulate. It doesn't seem to want to do the edge chunks. Do I have any I installed? Yes, I do. Sweet. Gotta love this for checking this. Okay, so it's not an edge chunk issue. Maybe I need to call populate on the neighbor chunks. That might fix it. Let's check to see if it does this lake real quick. That's one of the bigger things. Okay, so the lake is gone. It's a thinking. There it goes. Lake's generated exactly how it, well, almost exactly. I think it's a slightly different visual. But it's looking good here. There's another village over there. Let's see if the pumpkins regenerate. Because I think those are randomized. I don't think those are consistent. Pseudo-random. The downside, if something is randomized, so like say Reika's chromatic craft stuff, probably won't regenerate correctly. I'll talk to him. You also see we got another additional lake here. Anything that would be pseudo-random or just random in general will probably behave differently. But things like cave generators, map itself, like see the caves are there, they didn't change. Those probably won't change whatsoever. But we'll get things like lakes popping up where they were not originally. Stuff like that. Let's see, we got a swamp over here. I'm trying to find some interesting train gen. This is not the same map I recorded on last time. I deleted that map because of corruption issues. Okay, there's some modded ore right there. So I guess I am getting some ore. Just not all of the ore. I'll have to do some debug here. Wait for it to pop up. Yeah, this is going to be slow here because it's a populate chunk call, and that runs slow already. But yeah, the ore's there. I don't remember if there was any trees here. I guess there was a tree right there. I don't think the trees are always going to regenerate. I have watched it do some trees, I've watched it do no trees. I think the trees are randomized. I don't think they're consistent. I don't know, those look pretty close to where they were standing. There's some, I'll have to look at the code here more, and maybe I can do a detailed breakdown. Because that'll help both me and you guys. And let's see, what's going on in the console over here? Yeah. Client chunk tick took... Forge is telling me everything's running slow. That'd be the downside with working in a dev environment. Everything will run slow no matter what you do. Although I thought about putting fastcraft in here one day, but I know fastcraft ASMs a lot. There's like nothing else. Well, let's shoot a lake real quick. See if the lily pads pop back up. Okay, murder the lily pads. Seem to make a hole in the bottom of the ocean too. Probably like a gravel effect. Oh, resealed the bottom. Actually, I think it. Let's get a night vision potion. Actually, let's wait for this to finish first. There we go. You can see that gravel's now popped back at the bottom, and let's find a night vision potion. I think, if I remember correctly, it's invisibility. Slowness. It's here somewhere. Gotta remember the color codes. Oh, it's just a blue. There we go. Whoa, snap. That, this would be an example of what I was talking about in some of the previous videos where somebody was mentioning I should be generating chunks from the top down. Or not from the top down, from the bottom up. That way this doesn't happen. We're getting these really weird effects because the gravel has started gravity falling as everything is being placed. I think if I shoot it, we can watch that happen. Explosive code's not perfect. Essentially what it does is it takes and fakes a chunk out, compares the fake chunk data out with the data it's expecting, and then calls populate data methods on it. Oh, I fixed that time. So yeah, it's not sure what exactly caused that. If you're using this for an admin purposes, you may have to fire it a couple times to get it to work correctly. But if the plan is that only the localized explosive will get implemented as a crafting recipe, this version will never be craftable. Because it's just too powerful to be left for normal people to use, because if they say clip spawn with it, spawn's gone. I can't do a perfect protection check for a regen missile. But let's grab the Regen local. Yeah, limited region. Localization is still broken for it. Okay, so what the Regen local missile does is essentially it's a limited range variant of the Regen missile. It's only going to regen the area right next to where it hits. It will not regen the entire area. A good way for me to show this is actually, I'm going to use my instant hole. Instant hole is a debug item you can turn on if you want to test on your admin server, whatever. I use it for testing to see if ore is here, various things. As you can tell, like I was talking about earlier, I only seem to be getting vanilla ore. I don't think this is related to the Regen missiles. I believe this is entirely related to another mod I'm working on that prevents modded ores from generating. It's designed for Sky Island maps where I was having issues with Tinkers and Thomscrap stuff generating in the world when it shouldn't. But I can hit, let's say, well, let's get a smaller one actually. About through my rocket launcher. Because if I hit with that big one, I think that big one's got just enough radius that it will cover that whole hole up. what you see, it's only going to regenerate a spear of material. And in this case, it's only going to generate the stone. It will not generate ores. I probably will leave it that way so people do not abuse it for resources. It's pretty much a pity because I think people really were expecting it to be used to do that, because I know the 1.6 and the 1.5 version, people would abuse the regen missiles quite excessively to automate their buildcraft queries, because there was just a slight net gain on certain materials to make it worth it. But other than that, that's pretty much it. The Regen missile works now. It's working with everything I have installed modded wise. I'll test the ores a bit more, and I'll see if I can find a way to optimize the chunk population code. What I may be able to do is I may just simply be able to go in and manually create a duplicate of the vanilla chunk generator that then is just run inside my code, which means it will only work for vanilla worlds. And anytime a modded world comes in and changes the behavior, it'll go back to using the default, which means it'll run slow. But if I can get my version to work, that means the limited locals can also get stuff. Whoa, that's... So this is when I have to question if I'm doing something or if just Minecraft is being Minecraft. And I'm going to chop that up to Minecraft being Minecraft right there. Because, yeah. But I'm going to leave this at this, and I'll upload this right after the other video finishes uploading, which is on a 2-hour upload queue because it's a 2 gig video. But I'll see you guys and have another video later.